Olá a todos, eu hoje estou num sítio diferente, estou em Tamera. Este vídeo vai ser em inglês e com subtítulos em português, porque eu vou fazer algumas entrevistas e é mais fácil se fazer tudo em inglês. So today I'm in Tamera, this is a solar kitchen and we are working since 9 here and preparing the lunch for Tamera today. I'm going to follow all the process and tell you all about the cookers. I interview the chef that's doing this beautiful lunch today and take it through all these beautiful adventures that is cooking with solar and biogas. Okay, so today I'm here with Anna at Tamera. She's a kitchen mama. She's been working on the solar kitchen for how many years?
Now it's the fourth year.
Fourth year, okay. So she also helped me 2 years ago when I was here on the technological time building these funnel cookers. Right?
Yeah.
We had a fun time when we got to meet each other, and so I want to ask Anna a lot about the technical details and how our experience as cooking with solar for these years. So let's do this. What is fascinating for you to cook in solar cooker with sun?
It's fascinating that you're so much somehow embedded in nature with the solar cooking, because in the morning I have a look into the sky. How is the weather going? What can I cook? Which cookers can I use today? And then I walk to the rock cellar and see what we get from the garden. And so it's really every day a new experience somehow. And sometimes you also have to change your cooking plans during the middle of the cooking because the clouds are coming around 11, or it's really that you are embedded with nature.
And it takes a lot of flexibility and
Yes.
ability to adapt, I see.
You definitely learn flexibility here.
So this is a kind of a life system, no? Since the bacteria from the biogas, if they like the food and if they like if it's warm, they will produce more gas, and if it's not, they will not produce so much gas. And normally in the less warm days is also the cloudy days that you don't have solar to the cookers, so sometimes it can be a bit complicated, right?
Yes.
But still you love it, still you will keep doing like these. Anything you would change?
Actually, especially because it's so flexible, I love it.
So it's kind of challenging for you.
Yeah, but a beautiful challenge.
Yeah, adds a little bit of an adventure.
Yeah.
Great. So in all these solar cookers that we have here, today we have 4 solar cookers, right? And then the Scheffler, the 5th one. Am I doing? Yeah, it's the Parabola.
La Parabola, Tolokazin, Pukka cooker, and the Scheffler mirror.
So it's 4.
So 4.
We have today 4 solar cookers. Sometimes there's also box cookers, but this you didn't use so much here.
No,
Okay.
we had it a few times to get to know it, but we have enough with this actually, and so.
And there's also been a time that you cooked with the S-Kappa 14. Yeah, this solar cooker, it's a bit faster, but a bit more dangerous.
Yes, and when we cook with pots, I actually prefer more to cook with the Scheffler mirror than with the SK14.
Yeah.
And so that's the reason why we don't use it.
Okay.
Because with the Scheffler cooker, you can cook inside, and with the SK14, you would need to stand in the sun again, and actually that's too hot.
Yeah, and because it's fast, you need to stand by the solar cooker.
Yes.
And these other solar cookers, you don't need to stand by them. How it works?
Yeah, the La Parabola, Tolokatsin and Pukka cooker, you just put it in and then in around 1.5 to 2 hours the food is ready without you doing anything or almost nothing. La Parabola you have to really turn towards the sun again and again, so it's every 15 to 20 minutes you have to turn it. And the Tolokatsin and also the Pukka cooker you can leave for around 2 hours just standing there.
Okay, that's great. That's great. And how do you know that they are in the correct positions towards the sun?
Usually you just look at the shade that it makes. But most of the time I just do it very intuitively.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also you can feel how the light is, if it's towards the pot or no. Auge is now preparing the food for the solar cooker that we call Tolokaskin, right?
These ones, yeah.
Yeah, and then she was going to use these forms. So she's adding a bit of oil to the cauliflowers and salt. And then they will come to these trays. And soon I will show you how it's going to be cooked. We're going to put it on the solar cooker and turn the solar cooker to the sun. Is this the idea, to just cook the cauliflowers? It's like baked, right? Yeah, baked cauliflowers. You're mixing well so they get all the oil. This is the Tolokaskin solar cooker. This solar cooker is going to do a kind of a greenhouse effect, and it's going to be cooked inside of a black pipe. So these have double glass, so it allows the temperature to stay inside. You can also see that inside is all reflective and it has a special shape. All the sun will be sent towards this black pipe. And now Holger is bringing the trays for the Tolokaskin, and these trays, they're going to be introduced here on the side.
So we just open this and slide it in. This one goes somewhere else. And we do it on the other side as well. It doesn't have a handle. It doesn't have a handle, this one. Otherwise it wouldn't fit the entire handle. Yes, like this. And closing.
Here, this handle inside has a kind of a cork insulation that prevents the heat to come out, as you can see.
So we have a very special cooker here as well. It has the form of a parabola. And from my experience and the experiments that I've been doing here in the kitchen, I find this to be the fastest one. When I'm putting vegetables in, I really have to be quick and always checking if the vegetables are not burning. So this is highly, this high power and very efficient. And I like that one, but you have to be mindful and you have to watch the time.
Okay. How do you know that's correctly put it into the sun, this solar cooker? Do you want to explain that?
Yeah, you can come with me. So usually you would just put the things, we have special forms where we put the vegetables, and then we would slide it into these little tubes and close it on both sides, and then we will turn it to the sun. Yeah. So in this case, the sun is over here. And there is an inbuilt indicator, and you can actually see there's a little hole in here.
Right on spot.
That's really on spot. So it has to be here in the middle. And obviously the sun is moving during the day. So ideal scenario would be, of course, if they would move automatically, but what we're doing here is we're just coming here every 30 minutes or so and just moving it back and adjusting here on that handle. So that is approximately somewhere in the circle, ideally somewhere in the upper right side if it's in the morning when we're cooking, and then it fits right here.
Okay, great. And then if it's the afternoon, you change it a little bit?
And in the afternoon, the sun would be, the spot would be, I think, on this side, and then it would move slowly back into the middle.
Into the middle.
So during the day, like in the morning, we adjust it here, and then the sun moves and comes slowly to the middle within 15 minutes, and then somewhere here, and then within 30 minutes we come, adjust again. Yeah, so we have to do it manually.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So let's talk with the engineers to make a sun tracking for this, and then they will be perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
Good. And on these black ones, we're going to put on the funnel cookers. And these funnel cookers are created by the Portuguese teacher that gives classes in the University of Algarve and does investigation on solar cooking, and he developed this kind of, I find it very effective, and for me maybe one of my favorites. And now what you're doing, Olga?
Creating some sort of glass house around it, so that it can create the heat inside, and that's the way it cooks.
Okay. So it maintains the heat inside and
Okay.
get a better temperature.
It's a little
Good.
bit like steaming.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna go down there. And
Also comes for this funnel cooker. This was made in concrete. It can stay outside and we don't have to worry on protecting it.
hello, today we're gonna cook a soup on that Scheffler mirror. And before we start doing anything with the mirror, I just need to put a pot here because it can get really hot. And then I'm opening the gate on that wall. And you can come using the sun now, so I need to move the mirror in a way that it can really find that focal point and go straight into that wall to cook our delicious soup. So it's over here approximately, so you can see how the light is going straight to that kind of mirror and goes up to that pot. And then I'm switching this thing on so that it automatically moves with the sunlight, so that I don't have to manually adjust all the time.
Olga, how it is this system of biogas, how you perceive it? Is it easy to use, this biogas system? It's any different from normal gas?
For me personally, because I mean the biogas system is kind of outside of the kitchen. So for me, when I'm coming here starting to cook and putting on the biogas, it's like a normal kitchen in a way. Like I don't really feel a difference, but I do feel a difference when we're having times where we don't have enough biogas, because there was not enough food that we fed to that biogas system. So yeah, again, that's something I need to be mindful of. So every morning when I'm coming in, I'm first checking how much biogas do we actually have, and then I can kind of see, okay, this could be enough to cook this and this and this and this, or sometimes like, wow, there's an abundance of biogas, I can go crazy with the cooking.
Yeah. Today was one of those days. I never saw it so high.
Yeah, we have a lot of biogas at the moment. Yeah.
And this requires a bit of organization, no? To just feed the biogas daily. And it also has to do with the temperatures, right?
I believe so, yeah. Again, I'm not a technician, so I would suggest to ask somebody else.
Yeah. Good. So as far as I know, this is a system that works on bacteria, and if it's warm, these bacteria evolve faster, and if it's colder, they don't develop as well.
And it also depends what kind of food you are feeding
I
them.
also, yes.
So I think we had a time where we were feeding them a lot of rotten fruits from the gardens, and then it was exploding almost. It was
So they also have like a taste for food. They like more some kinds of foods than others. Like I like more chocolate than beetroot. Maybe they like more rotten foods than something else. So this is a life system. What's it make it a little bit more complex. But here it looks like pretty normal.
Exactly.
It's a gas flame, a pot, and we're cooking good. Did you have days that you really needed that you actually weren't able to have it?
We had days where we didn't have or only a small amount of biogas, and then what we did was, and also days where there was no biogas and no sun.
Oh my God.
So, and then we just made salads, and that was okay too.
Okay, good. So we are here on the solar kitchen. I would like to know how many meals that you normally serve on this kitchen.
I mean, on a normal day, we cook for the community of about 30 to 35 people, part of that solar village here. But we also had days where we had to cook for more people because there were special events and people were invited. So last year we even cooked for even 60 people or something like that. But then you really, really reach your maximum, especially with the space. So yeah.
Do you find that the number of solar cookers can affect also the ability of serving more or less people, or is more about the space of the kitchen?
I mean, if you're cooking for more people, of course you need also more vegetables. And we only have a certain amount of the solar cookers that we can use. And yeah, if we cook if you use all of them for the food, for the vegetables that we want to put in the solar cookers, it creates a lot of vegetables. So, but of course, you also need to prepare other things. I mean, what we usually do here in the kitchen is that we have a dish that is a grain, then we have a protein dish, usually with beans or lentils. Then we have other cooked vegetables, either on biogas or in the solar cookers, and then we just we prepare a lot of salads where we don't need to cook anything. So that's kind of the ideal that we're always striving for. And then you just need to consider the people and how many vegetables and how much grain and how much protein, lentils, beans, etc. you need. Okay.
If you were at your home, would like to use a solar cooker, and which solar cooker would you take home?
That's a very interesting question. I really like them all. They all create a different quality of the food. So I cannot really answer it. It always depends on what I want to cook. So if I want something that is very well cooked but soft and more like steamed, then I would probably use the tolokatsin, the brown box. If I want something where I want it to be fast and maybe even a little bit crispy, then I would use the Parabola ones. So it always depends. So I would probably take them all if I had the space.
Okay. So this is the big moment. Olga is already closing the tolokatsin to check on the food that must be ready now. Wow, it smells delicious. I'm very sorry that you cannot feel the smell. Olga, tell me one thing. Why are these now against the sun?
I turned them around maybe half an hour earlier because I checked on them and they were already pretty brown.
Okay, so it was cooking really good, the sun today.
Just to avoid overburning, I just turned them around.
Great, let's see.
Yeah, you can just come with me in the kitchen.
Ooh. Oh yes, that's, wow. That's even a little bit burnt. I was not expecting that on solar cooking. Really nice.
know it's pretty sunny right now. Yeah, we have cooked a lot of food. We have buckwheat. We have a soup. I call it borscht. Not sure if you know that. It's a beetroot soup with potatoes and carrots. Here we have lentils in leek and peppers. We have cauliflower in the solar cookers. And then we have lettuce, carrots, potatoes. This is a baba ganoush. It contains raw garlic. And a dressing, it has a little bit of basil in it, so you can taste the basil a little bit. Enjoy. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, so I'm here in Tamera. I'm here with Sonia. She lives here in the community and she regularly comes to the solar kitchen and to eat. And the first question I want to do is not so much about the food, but how long is the solar kitchen open?
I think since 2009. I think this is the 10th or 11th year. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
October 2009. It was where the whole place have been made, and the solar kitchen also.
Okay, great.
Yeah. And in the beginning we were cooking with the Scheffler mirror and gas, normal gas.
Okay.
Yeah. And after 2 or 3 years, we changed to biogas, and then since then, all the time in the summer season, we cook only with sun energy and biogas.
Oh, that's
for 40-50 people the daily, and till to 70-80 for some times where it's needed for more.
okay.
Yeah.
So you say that this kitchen already served 80 meals.
Yes. Yes, till 90 meals it happened also.
Okay,
yes.
Okay.
I mean, you have to go to be good prepared. Yeah. To use also the energy all the time. Yeah, because like our usually daily thing, we use it from 9 till 1, let's say, for lunch, and then for dinner, because less people are eating here, shorter time. So from 2 after the eating and cleaning is ready till 4 or 5. Sometimes it's huge energy that is still can be used. Also it can be even more. Yeah. Sometimes we use this time for do this processing kitchen, as we say, make tomatoes for the winter and so these things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many months the kitchen works?
So usually in May we change to outside till mid-end of October.
Okay.
So when it's cold, when it starts to rain, then it's not so much nice either to cook outside or to eat outside. Yeah.
And also the season of guests is over now, or it still goes for a little bit?
Usually the season of guests was till 9th, 10th of November. Yeah.
And by then the solar kitchen would be already closed?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Today I saw it was a beautiful day for cooking because the biogas was full and it's pretty sunny day.
Yeah.
So I think they have an easy job. But I had also my experience on the solar kitchen, and it's not an easy thing to control that all the timings of all the cookers and that everything needs to be turned to the sun. And also I would like to make you a question as a person that have a lot of experience on eating here.
Okay.
How satisfied you are with the food?
Oh, you know, good. It depends who is cooking.
Okay.
Of course. And then, but we have again very good cooks here, and so now it works with our garden also, and we have a lot of variety because it's summer of raw food and salads. And also when it's, let's you say, full power of sun energy and biogas, a lot of variety of cooked things. Yeah, and I mean our solar, the Scheffler mirror is one, that it can, you cook the amount of potatoes or a lot of vegetables and so on. But then the, how it is the smaller solar cookers, I don't know if you have saw them, would be interesting. there the food is delicious, because there you actually it's good also for people, for a family, let's say, not for a big community. And so there is yes, so for example today it was cauliflower there.
Yeah, it was
cooked,
really
and
good.
It's so good.
Yes. Do you notice,
Really so
so you
good.
say there's a difference between the food not cooked on solar and the food, the taste of food cooked on normal gas stoves?
I cannot say, but usually what I know from cooking, I don't know very much from cooking, is the slow cooking is more healthy. Yeah, also for the to work with the vegetables like this, and also to take this food. And so in the solar cooking is always a more slow cooking. Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's yeah. And not only for sure, absolutely, actually, the quality use pure solar energy, and in comparative to use fossil energy, whereas of course it makes something with you also.
Yeah.
The way it is made, this energy, and the way that you get it pure without complicity free, right? This is the word. Yes.
So thank you so much, Sonia.
Welcome.
I'm back to Africa das Raninhas, and this video was all about solar cookers and biogas alternative to the fossil fuel ways for cooking. And there's not only solar cookers and biogas can be alternative. To have rocket stoves or wood stoves can also be a good alternative for the winter, since the solar cookers and the biogas are more designed for a 6-month period during the summertime. So this could be the alternative. The other 6 months we really had a good source of warmth in our house that can actually serve also to cook or to heat up our shower water. That's many possibilities. But here we got a jump into this solar kitchen. That's a beautiful example. This is happening for now more than 10 years. So it's also a solid example how to use and how to use alternatives to fossil fuel to cook for a lot of people. So this kitchen is cooking even up to 100 people. So this is a lot of people, and every day 30 to 50 people are fed by what is produced on this kitchen with solar and biogas. So a lot is possible to do with alternative sources. Of course, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning of testing, but these examples are really needed for us to understand how to proceed from here to a more green and a more sustainable planet. I have to thank Barbara Kovacs to authorize me to make this film in Tamera. I also want to give a big thanks to Holga and Hannah that were the kitchen mamas from Tamera, meaning the chefs from this kitchen that make all these meals. Anna is also a technician. She also helped me when I was in the technological time to build these solar cookers. So these are two persons that were very dear to give me all this information and to allow me to step into their kitchen and to their doings and take a bit of their time. So a big thanks for them. Also, I want to thank Martin for giving me some of the technical information I needed to make also the right questions and to make this video. I also want to thank Sonia Scheider that she also been a lot in contact with this solar kitchen, and she could give us very precious information to understand more the overall of the use of the solar kitchen. To access to content like this about permaculture and alternative ways of living in harmony with nature, please don't forget to subscribe my channel and also to activate all the notifications so you can get all the information as soon as is released. I can be followed also in the Instagram, where I try to daily put some information about my garden on other ecological tips and things that I'm doing at the moment. Thanks you very much and see you next week.